Now, you know I'm going to touch on the Houston Astros cheating scandal. Look, for as much coverage as this story has received, I still think that it's being underreported on. Look, to me, this is the biggest story in sports right now. It should be wall-to-wall coverage until we get to the bottom of it. Look, I know we had the commissioner's report, but I think there's some smoke with these buzzers. And this weekend, Jose Altuve and Alex Bregman, they addressed the media for the first time at the Astros Fan Fest. We're going to break down their comments, and then we're going to talk about the new rumor that has to do with Justin Verlander's burner account. The word on the street is Justin Verlander may have a burner account. Look, Justin Verlander, this guy likes to chime in all things baseball. Whenever something's going down, we always heard from Justin Verlander until the Astros got burned for the sign-stealing scandal, and then all of a sudden, he's gone quiet. Well, he might have a burner account. We're going to break that all down, but first, here's Jose Altuve's comments on the Astros cheating scandal.
How do you move forward, you think?
That's a good question. I don't know how, but you got to move forward. We're going to stay together as a team. I haven't changed my opinion about my teammates. They're the best teammate I ever had, and like I said, we're going to stay together. We're going to hold our hands and move forward to next season.
And then they asked Jose Altuve about the buzzers. Here's what he had to say.
That kind of game.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. The MLB did their investigation. They didn't find anything. We all know that some people made that up, and like I said, the best thing that happened to me was that MLB investigate that, and they didn't find something.
So I know it sounds crazy to think that a player would use a buzzer to steal signs, but it was also crazy to think that they would use trash cans and cameras to steal signs, for it to be as elaborate as it became. So at this point, I would believe absolutely anything when it comes to the Houston Astros. Just look at the way he ended that question. He looks away, doesn't want to look the reporter in the eye. If you're lying, that's the kind of stuff you do. You look away, you don't want to make eye contact. That's what Jose Altuve did to answer that question. And then he talks about the Houston Astros next year.
They won everything. They're a really good team. They deserve it, but we'll be in the World Series again. Maybe with them, maybe with another team.
And you heard Jose Altuve. The Houston Astros are going to be playing in the World Series next year. That's according to him. Me, I don't think that's going to be the case. Would it be hilarious if the Astros were terrible next year? Would it be hilarious if they were the worst team in baseball, if they replaced the Orioles and they just had a terrible season? Altuve, Bregman, Correa, Springer. What if they all bat like 150, strike out, don't hit any more home runs? I mean, hey, they're not going to know when the curveball or the slider's coming. How will they bat next year? I think it's going to be a very interesting storyline to follow next year. And then Alex Bregman chimed in. Alex Bregman, he had some thoughts, really didn't get into it as much as Jose Altuve, but here's Alex Bregman on the Astros cheating.
The commissioner came out with a report, MLB did their report, and the Astros did what they did, meaning they made their decision on what they're going to do, and I have no other thoughts on it.
Denny, was the report accurate?
Cheater!
The commissioner made his report, and the Astros made their decision as well.
Do you have any plans to address this?
The commissioner made his report.
Now, all I've got to say is, wow, what happened to the cocky Alex Bregman? What happened to the smug Alex Bregman? Where did all the swag go? What happened to this Alex Bregman?
I don't know. I don't know what I was looking for. Maybe that pitch.
The commissioner's made his report. The Astros have made their decision. Apparently, those are the only words in the English language that Alex Bregman knows these days. And hey, maybe we should speak his language. Maybe we should communicate with him via trash can or buzzer. Maybe that'd be a better way to communicate with Alex Bregman. But by the look in his eye, he's communicating to me that he's guilty. Guilty! Just look at him, looking down, won't look reporters in the eye. He had to bring two young players with him. Yordan Alvarez was right next to him. He couldn't do the interview alone. I think Alex Bregman is clear as day how guilty he looks right here. And it just keeps getting worse for the Houston Astros, because now today, the rumor is that Justin Verlander has a burner account. A Twitter user by the name of Jonathan12345 responding to a tweet, "Tell the commissioner to be a man and do something," he responds with, "The pitchers had nothing to do with this. Justin Verlander was a Cy Young winner. People calling the Astros cheaters need to take the pitchers out of it." And then responding to a user, Kyle NYY, who says, "Several star players have now chimed in on the Astros cheating. We've heard nothing from Altuve, Bregman, Springer, etc. If someone were falsely accusing you of something as ridiculous as buzzers, shouldn't you at least say, 'Aren't you guys getting carried away now?'" And then Jonathan12345 responds, "They won't speak out even though their actions put the Astros pitchers in such a bad situation. They did nothing wrong and now will have to answer the questions." And then The Score tweeted, "Justin Verlander wants MLB to crack down on sign stealing." This was back in 2017. And then a few days ago, Jonathan12345 responded with, "Everyone commenting on this needs to understand that one guy cannot stop an entire cheating system, especially when he arrived after it started. New team and teammates. He's supposed to speak up to those guys?" And then the user Chris McCoskey says, "I can't help wondering how Justin Verlander is taking all this. The guy has been one of the most vigilant and vocal proponents of a level playing field in baseball. He detests all forms of cheating. Now his championship ring is tainted by the Astros sign-stealing scandal." And then Jonathan12345 responds to that with, "Justin earned that ring by pitching his heart out in the regular season and postseason. He obviously hates that the hitters did what they did, but that doesn't take away from everything that Justin put into that title run." Then he would go on to say, "Justin wants to speak up but couldn't because the system was underway when he got there. One pitcher can't stop something that big when it's underway and the team is in that deep. People need to learn what is actually important in life. A couple of Astros hitters made a big mistake, but even that doesn't compare to some other professional athletes have done." And then a couple more. "You all just want to take down everyone. Just focus on the guys who did wrong. The pitchers had nothing to do with this, so why would Kate comment? Your former manager did, though." And then one more from Jonathan. "I don't think many Astros players, especially the pitchers, knew what was happening. People need to blame individuals, not the entire team." And then how about this one? "Justin is still a major advocate for a clean game. He arrived and the system was in place. What was he supposed to do about it then? It's hard to route out our teammates and coaches." So I don't know if this was Justin Verlander, but Justin and Jonathan12345, this could be the work of Kate Upton. Maybe Kate Upton went to her man's defense. We'll never know, but that was very strange. I've heard that Dusty Baker, there's some rumors that Dusty Baker may be the next manager of the Houston Astros. I hope that's not the case, Dusty. Do not take that job. Don't touch that organization right now. I don't want to see that. But the Houston Astros scandal, I'm just saying it's not going anywhere anytime soon, and I'm right here to cover it all for you guys.